Good afternoon. My name is Chase Smith, and my topic was accounting and programming. The article that I chose to cover is Why Accountants Are Taking Up Coding and Why You Should Too by the author Masizi Gawala. There were 5 points that were outlined. First, being why your accounting friends are learning code, coding versus programming, understanding the coding language, benefits of learning code, and also you can do it. So, first, let's start with why your accounting friends are learning code. Coding can improve services offered to clients and stakeholders. We can create code that's able to dive deeper into data in more ways than we've been able to do them before. What we can do is we can run code that's able to go into the data and output ways to visualize the data in ways that stakeholders can easily understand. There's also been an accelerated emergence of the digital economy and the growth of data volumes. Data has grown to be so vast to the point where it's often hard to dive deep into it and get a better understanding of it. And we can use code to be able to do this operation and find within the data the points we need and be able to offer that to our stakeholders. And this ties into the point of analyzing and processing data to provide strategic advice to businesses. With the same point in mind, we can use this coding language to be able to dive deep into the data and really find the points that we need to find and be able to visualize this in a way that's easy to understand. So, coding versus programming. As you know, coding is a way to communicate with computers. We input a code into a computer, and if it's able to read it, it can run something that we want it to do. It also requires less software tools since it is just an act of code translation to a machine readable form. And there are certain types of coding languages too, such as Python, which we've touched on within the course, or Java or JavaScript. So, understanding the coding language. Learning the programming language to be able to create instructions a computer can understand serves vital to being able to code and use it as a tool. You have to be able to create a code that a computer can understand and be able to understand what you're doing to be able to serve it as a vital tool in your career going forward. Also, deciding a coding language, you need to keep in mind that it has to be one that aligns with the nature of your projects and fits to what you need it to do. And also keep in mind too that your first choice is not the final choice. You can pivot away from this, you can expand on it, and you can jump to a completely different coding language depending on what you need to have done. So, what are the benefits of learning code and why you should learn it? You can gain a superior understanding of your business environment and operations. You can be able to analyze data that you haven't been able to do previously and use this data to provide visualizations that are very valuable to the stakeholders as well as to the internal business environment. And tying to that, it helps present data in a way that makes sense to stakeholders. Like we had touched on previously, we can use this data and output it to a way that's in a proper visualization of what stakeholders want to see as well as what we want to output to them. It can also reduce the number of repetitive day to day tasks, which can put us in more value added tasks instead of being in these repetitive day to day tasks. So, in all, you can do it. Coding takes time to learn, and it's like learning a new language. There's going to be bumps in the road, there's going to be a learning curve, and you may not understand it in the first week or first month. But keeping that in mind, there may not be immediate use, but long term potential is vital, and you have to keep that in your mind while you go through this process and be able to understand that it may not make sense now, but in the future it will serve as a vital tool in the advancement of data and the visualization of what you want it to do. So, conclusions that were said in the article include there's a high potential for accountants with coding skills. As we move to a more data driven world, it's going to stand out if you're able to code, and companies are going to see this and see you as a tool and also a vital asset to their employee base. It also offers you new abilities to solve problems and create solutions. Solutions that you may not have been able to see before are now understood now, and it can serve as a vital tool to your career. And like we touched on previously before too, it offers you an ability to pull deep insights from large data sets in a data-driven world. Data is vast and it's only going to become more vast in the future. And being able to pull deep insights will serve as a tool to be able to expand in your career. And for my insights, I believe learning code is a vital step in the right way for us accountants and can serve as a great tool advancing forward into this data driven world. I myself am learning how to code, and I'm seeing great results in being able to implement it into my work to be able to not only visualize the data, but have it output in a way that's easy to understand and that I can show it to anyone and they can understand it as well. And I can see that it has a high potential too with the data and can set yourself apart. And is also a reason why your accounting friends are learning code and why you should too. Thank you.